my name is Jaycie Nicole Memmott. I am 18 years old and I live in a small town in Utah, and here is my famous birthdays Q&A video. Okay, so we're just gonna jump right into it. So the first question is, what advice would you give to your past self? I would tell myself like 2 or 3 years ago that it does not matter what people say about you. Who cares? People will run their mouth all they want, and people say it out of jealousy and just to be mean and just to try to bring you down to their level. And what they say shouldn't matter to you and shouldn't get to you. All that should matter to you is what you think of yourself, and if you find any flaws within yourself, not from what people have projected onto you, then you should change it because of that, not because of other people. Okay, number 2. So the question is, when did you first go viral? So I went viral back in 2018. I did a video that was like, bang, she shot me 1 time, bang, she shot me 2 times, and rain was falling down. It was a filter, and every time that I put my hand up, the rain would stop. And so it was the first time that like there were like really cool filters that were on TikTok, and so yeah, it just blew up. And I woke up in the middle of the night around like 12 in the morning and like I was just getting a bunch of followers and a bunch of likes, and TikTok and games had put that video as ads. And so that's when I first really blew up. It was really cool. It was a really cool experience. Okay, so the next question is, do you have any hidden talents? Yes, I do. This talent, actually, not a lot of people can do, so if anyone else can do it, that's really cool. But I can sniff my lip up to my nose and like plug my nose like with my lip. Let me just show you. Not a lot of people can do that, so I feel pretty cool, but yeah. Okay, so the next question is, what is your biggest pet peeve? Oh my goodness. This pet peeve actually has a name. It's called misophonia, and it's like the hatred of sounds. And it's certain sounds. It doesn't have to just be the one that I hate. Like there's lots of different sounds. But mine is when people chew with their mouth open, and then when pets like clean themselves. I can't do it. I can't do it. It freaks me out. Okay, so the next question is, when did you join social media? So I joined social media like literally back in like 2009. Like it's like when I first had a Facebook, I think. I don't know for sure. But when I actually took social media like seriously was in 2017. And I started on TikTok, and I was like, yo, mom, I want to do social media seriously. And she was like, okay, let's do it. And it only grew from there, so yeah. Alrighty, so the next one is, where do you get inspiration from for your projects / content? So honestly, I just scroll through random, like the For You page on TikTok and like the Explore page on Instagram, and I just see what other people do, and if I like it, I want to do something similar. I never like to copy people because like that's their art, and I want to make my own art and my own projects and content and everything like that, and so yeah, just randoms. Okay, so the next question is, what are your goals for the next 5 years? A few of them are that I want to get married, I want to have children, have a nice home, a steady income, and a good job or jobs, and I would still want to do social media. Like that's something I've always wanted to do and something that I won't ever drop. So I guess just to add to this job. Alrighty, so the next one is, if you could find out one thing about your future, what would it be? I'm actually really curious, like how many children I'll have and like what their names will be and what they'll look like and what they'll do in life. I know that's a lot, but I guess it's based around like my children, so yeah, that's what I'm curious about. Okay, so the next one is, what is something most people who follow you don't know about you? So when I was 5 days old, I had infant familial seizure syndrome, which is basically when I was 5 days old, I had seizures, and they're now gone and everything. I mean, they could come back, hopefully not, but yeah. Okay, so the next question is, which one of your accomplishments are you most proud of? So this isn't one of like your like standard kind of answers, but like just seeing how much I've grown. And I'm not talking about like how my content has changed or my follower count or my like count or how my pictures have changed or anything like that. Like just me as a person, like seeing how much I've grown and like how confident I've became, and just me as a person has changed. Like I just feel so much better about myself, and I love myself so much more, and just what I want in life, you know, like I have it all planned out, and so I just feel really good, so yeah. Okay, so the next one is, what's your favorite part of the process? Brainstorming, filming, or posting? So this one's actually really tricky and it's a tie. And I'll give my reasons why. I would have to say it's a tie between brainstorming and filming, because I love coming up with ideas and I love making something my own and like taking a trend and making it not like anyone else's. But then it's also really cool filming it, because then it's like my ideas and what I wanted for this video is like coming to life and I see it coming together. And so I'd say it's a tie between those two, because both of them are just like a really cool feeling. So yeah. Okay, the next one is, what do you find most challenging about your work and what do you find most rewarding? So definitely most challenging is when I think of an idea and it doesn't come to life. Like it doesn't come out the way I want it to, because then I'm like, I just wasted like half an hour thinking something is like, oh my gosh, it's gonna look so good. And then I make it and I'm like, this is really stupid. And then most rewarding is like when those moments happen and then it's like, I find like a loophole around it and then it does turn out the way I want it. That's like, that's like such a beautiful feeling. So yeah. Alright, so the next one is, what would be the one superpower you would choose to have? Okay, so some people might say this is like a little stalkerish, but like let me give my reason why. So definitely reading minds, because like you're always curious, like if you're walking through the store and it's like if someone looks at you like this, or someone's just like staring at you, you're like, I can't tell if like, I mean with the first look, you know, they're like probably being rude. But like if they're just staring at you, like you're like, I don't know if you're being rude or if you're like, oh, she looks cute, or you're like, she's like so ugly, I hate her. Like, and so it would be nice to like know what they're thinking, so it's like my face can respond well, you know what I mean? So definitely that. Okay, so the next one is, if you could have your dream vacation, where would you go and what would you do? Definitely Greece. Greece looks so stinking beautiful, and the water there, oh my gosh, I want to swim in it. It's like so clear. And so what would you do there? I would swim. I would swim in that water and I would live in that water. I would also take a bunch of pictures, make a lot of videos, like a whole vlog too, because that's like once in a lifetime experience. And I'd want to go and see new things. I'd want my eyes to see things. So I'd probably sightsee and yeah. Okay, so with this last question, I thought I would just kick it off. And it is, what is one of your most embarrassing moments? Oh my goodness. So when I sold at All-Star Cheer, my assistant coach was back spotting me on my back handspring. And so I wasn't on the floor. I was up on this big fluffy mat that like kind of sinks down. And then that was right here. That's what I was going to land on. And then I was jumping off of gymnastics mats that were standing up. And so they were like side by side, but of course there's that still tiny little crack like right in between them because like they're not hooked together. And so when she back swatted me and I went for my back handspring, I undercut so bad that I fell right through the floor in front of my whole team. Oh my gosh, I will never forget that. Alrighty guys, that is all from me. Thank you so much for tuning in until the end and listening to all of my serious and silly little stories. Thank you so much again to Famous Birthdays for hitting me up and asking me to make a Q&A for you guys. I love you guys so much. If you would like to find me elsewhere, my Instagram and TikTok is Jaycie_Nicole, and then my Snapchat is JaycieMe. Thank you. Bye.